Okay, everything looks good so far. Chat needs to tell me. And we'll just vibe. I got Phantom here. He's chilling with me. I got the tree in the background. Should have, hopefully, some nice smooth jazz. And we are simply vibing. I'm using Photoshop this time because it seemed like it would probably be a little bit easier on my whole setup. Mic in a good position? My mic is okay. It's like a little bit. Sorry everybody. Okay. What are we doing today? We in here! Jill, is my audio okay, or does it sound like robots again? You weren't here for last stream, but I had terrible audio issues. Yes is okay, I'm assuming. Good audio. Nice! We did it! We did it, Reddit! Fucking got him. Okay, that's a big weight off of my shoulders. I was very worried about audio nonsense. Rise up, gamers! I've got Phantom here. I'm wearing my partisan hoodie. I've got my Legend of Zelda Wind Waker t-shirt on. Yeah, no worries. I'm just like, for now, I'm just vibing until we get a couple of folks in here. I'm trying to think about what the hell I want to start with. There's a lot that we're gonna have to get into today, folks. Where did my... I have a... Whoop. Phantoms, rise up! Hi, Jerf. Thanks for coming by. I have the Wikipedia page for this musical up, and there's oh, it never was on Broadway, huh? I'm looking at this and it wasn't on Broadway. It was on the West End, and then it went to Australia. There were rewrites in Australia, apparently. I don't know. And then there was a US national tour. Zelda Cat, no! I almost called Zelda Cat Zelda Dog. Too many Zeldas. I don't know why there were rewrites for Australia. Probably because it's not fucking good. And so they took it to Australia and they were like, yo, this shit's weird. We need to, like, fix this. And then maybe they fixed it? I don't know. There's just, like, oh my god. Okay. Welcome to... Hey, Lord of the Rings is good. Scout explains. Kim! Oh, Kim, welcome to hell. Welcome to hell! Scout explains. Love never dies. The official sequel to Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera. Whoops, I can spell. I can make fancy letters. Yeah, music is working, Kim. I'm very happy. I hope that it's, tell me if it's, like, too loud or too quiet. It's always a little bit different. Like whatever mix ends up on my stream is different from what's in my headphones, because I try and keep it super quiet in my headphones, just to make sure that my mic doesn't pick up any weird like feedback. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. I have the Wikipedia page open in the hopes that it will like center me and keep me from really just forgetting how like anything works. It could come up a little bit. Yeah, okay, sounds good. I will put it up a tad. Work? No! Man. Well, I hope that I can bring you some joy in between work. Let me look at this fucking Wikipedia page. I am drinking. I told Jill to get a fucking drink because it's gonna be that kind of stream. But I just have water because I'm small. West End production. Holy shit! This is incredible! Fun fact! In 2016, 5 years after the closure of the London production, Paul Constable, the production's lighting designer and member of the original creative team, claimed that working on Love Never Dies almost led her to quit the theater industry. So that's what we're starting with here, folks. That's what we are up to today. Something that almost made somebody quit her entire theater career. Wow. I know how to use things. No. Photoshop. Show me the center. Okay, fine. Don't show me the center. Don't show me the center. Don't let me center things. Fine. It's fine. Let's... Okay. Wait, you know what I also need up, actually? Is the, like, score list. Luckily, it's in my recently played on Spotify. Can I make this very small? I can make it relatively small. Maybe I should put it over here. I have 2 screens. Okay, so before we start our journey fully, I'm going to talk about just immediate problems. Oh, you know what? Before I get into immediate problems, actually, I have to tell some friends in a group chat that this started, because last time I forgot. And they said, Scout, how could you do this? And I said, I was stressed because of tech issues. That's not the right application. immediate problems. First of all, first immediate problem. Problem number 1. Too long. It's 2 hours, 12 minutes. And that's not even counting if they have any, like, fucking scenes that are just dialogue that aren't in the cast recording. Which they probably... There's gotta be some, because it's certainly not all in here. Sub issue. There's like... There's so many fucking, like, music breaks. I listened to this soundtrack and I listened to it 1.5 times because I was going to re-listen to the whole thing today before, as preparation for the stream. But it's 2 hours and 12 minutes! And you know what? Phantom of the Opera, the original, already really long for, like, a musical in general. Like, the whole thing was basically an operetta. There was almost no, like, spoken dialogue in the original Phantom of the Opera. And even then, the full soundtrack was only an hour and 40 minutes, which is already big. That's already big. This is 32 minutes longer? What the fuck are they doing? Okay. Are you alright? Like, Andrew Lloyd Webber, are you okay? Let's see here. 2, second immediate problem. That's true, the man did write Cats. He isn't okay. He's never been okay, probably. Second issue. Phantom. Apologist. Revisionist fiction. This is a big one. This is a big problem. The whole the whole thing is just like revisionist fiction, like things that make the Phantom's actions in the original supposedly not as bad, but also just general, like, erasure, just like people forgot. People forgot to fucking revise, or not revise, excuse me, to reiterate. You're right. John Ryan in the chat is absolutely right. He killed minimum. That doesn't look like anything. Hold on, let me. Minimum of 2 people. And they're like, he's fine. It might, hi Mima, it might be a fucky stream. It's certainly going to get, I'm gonna be mad. I don't know about mad. Mad is a strong word. I'm gonna be perplexed. So these 2 immediate problems bring me to my thesis. Oh, absolutely, Joe. Go ahead and boost it. Scout's thesis is... Andrew Lloyd Webber identifies with the Phantom. And this is his weird self-insert power fantasy. Fic. Looking at chat here, it won't be... Generally, the things that we're going to be talking about today, I will, I'll try and give a returning summary, like a reminder of what happened in the original Phantom of the Opera. I'll give, a general quick summary right now of Phantom of the Opera, the original. It is about a man who was deformed at birth, I believe, and was sold into a human zoo as a young child, and then was exonerated. Is that the right word? From this human zoo by a ballet instructor and her young daughter, who then stowed him away in the basement of an opera house in Paris. He is here. So they stowed him away in the basement of an opera house, and they said, this is fine. He can live here. And then he grew up in the weird dungeon underneath the Paris Opera House, and became obsessed with both music and very specifically with a girl named Christine Daae, who was a young chorus girl that he wished to write music for and see her blossom into, a world-famous soprano singing his music that he wrote. There's a lot of questions that never get answered here, such as how did he learn to write? Why does he have an organ in the basement? Why does he have a gondola in the basement? Why did he become obsessed with Christine Daae? Where did she come from? Has she been, part of, did she grow up in the opera house too? How old is he in comparison to her? Because there's some stuff that's said in this one. There's a specific line that makes me even more wary of the Phantom of the Opera. Why does he have a horse in the movie adaptation that was made with Gerard Butler? We don't know. Kim and Jill have a very good point. We don't know why he has a horse. But he does. He has a horse in the film adaptation from 2005, I want to say. So there's a lot of questions there that was never answered. But we will continue on. So in order to be recognized for what he believes to be his genius as a musician, and also to gain the affections of this Christine Daae, he stages a bunch of increasingly harrowing stunts to sabotage the Paris Opera House. Culminating in writing an opera that he wanted Christine to star in specifically. And then they used that opera they said, sure, we'll put on your opera, Mr. Phantom, we'll put it on. But we're going to use it as a trap. We're going to trap him. These motherfuckers are so stupid. They know he lives in the basement. He lives in the basement. You're not going to be able to, it's not going to be like, oh, close the doors. Hi, Tyler. We can't get into. Anyways, he writes this opera for Christine. They are putting it on in the opera house. He sneaks onto the stage. kills the tenor, replaces the tenor, like, kills the tenor and says, I'm the tenor now. Like, completes the opera with Christine, and then absconds with Christine, takes her down into the basement. Her fiance and our local lovable himbo, Raoul, takes her, chases them down into the basement. Christine has a very, heartfelt but like really fucked up moment with the Phantom as he is literally standing there saying, I will kill your fiance if you try and leave me. And she's like, man, you know, this Phantom guy, he's just so misunderstood. Like, nobody's ever said they loved him, nobody's ever shown him affection, and he's acting out in a completely reasonable and not at all unhealthy or violent way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a kiss, and that's going to make everything better. And so she kisses him. She kisses him, and then he's like, oh no, the error of my ways. I'm being a big asshole. So you guys go ahead and go. And just leave me here to wallow, and he disappears from the basement of the opera house, and that's the end. It was a very truncated version, but I think I covered, like, the big sweeping points. Important thing to note. At the end of Phantom of the Opera, the original musical, it's not explained, like, where he ends up. And that's what this is about. Here we go, guys. Welcome to Love Never Dies. Hold on, I need to make a new layer. Whoops. Welcome to Love Never Dies. We open on... Man, what the fuck does Coney Island look like? We open on Coney Island. Just as a reminder, the original was set in Paris, France, in the 1910s. Now it is 10 years later. I'm just gonna, what the fuck's on Coney Island? A lighthouse? We're gonna say there's a lighthouse up on Coney Island. And like a big, yeah, sure, circus tent. Ferris wheel, that's a good pull. We're gonna put a Ferris wheel here. There's like a fucking... Tyler, I can't put popcorn here. This is a long shot. Will you fucking tiny popcorns here on the ground? Hot dogs, y'all. There's a wide shot. Okay, we got tiny popcorn. We got tiny hot dogs. And we got the ocean. And now, here's the thing. The thing about me doing Love Never Dies is that I have not actually seen Love Never Dies. I have listened to the... Excuse me. I have listened to the soundtrack 1.5 times. I have read the summary. I'm going to use the very in-depth Wikipedia summary here to sort of fill in some gaps that I might have. I'm just going to tell you, like, basically what I have intuited and interpreted from the media that I have consumed about this without actually seeing it. Tyler can probably help me a little bit, because Tyler Rohan Poster in the chat is my friend and has apparently seen it, and today we talked about how there's one... Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. We bonded earlier today about how there's one song that we both think is really hot. It doesn't matter, we're gonna get to it, We open on Coney Island, and like, who is that? Now, okay, I just want to, but brief aside. There's just ocean sounds in the recording, like the cast recording that's on Spotify and like is the official cast recording. Yeah, there's one skeleton that's like a weird, it's like a centaur skeleton, but also they're fucking, maybe, I don't know. Why is there just ocean sounds in the soundtrack? Like, I get it, but like, why? Who was like, yes, this is a concept album? Hold on, I'm gonna get a picture of the skeleton real quick. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring up a picture of the skeleton, but I'm not gonna show it on stream until we get to that song. So it'll be a while, but you'll be ready. Love never dies. Skeleton. Show. No. No? None of these are helpful. Tyler, can you get the image for me? Send me the image on Facebook Messenger. Thank you. But they didn't just... Here's the thing, Tyler, is that it doesn't open up with them coming on the fucking ship. What it opens up with is Madame Jiri, who's like sad. So Madame Jiri, if we remember from the beginning of this, from the original Phantom, is like very severe ballet lady. And she's here on the fucking pier on Coney Island, and she's so sad. That's fair, Tyler. She's on the pier, and she's like, man, my life sucks. Madame Jiri is the ballet instructor for the Paris Opera House from the original musical, who is the woman who saved the Phantom as a young lad from his like sideshow human zoo hell situation and put him in the basement. Now you might say, why did she put him in the basement instead of like taking him home and raising him as a son? Unclear. We don't know. I guess she just thought it was fine. She thought it was fine. And she continues to think it's fine and do like some really wild shit in this musical. So she's on the pier. Sad. And then, like, a Coney Island performer comes up and antagonizes her. Jackie! We just started. I'm talking about Madame Jiri. Thank you for horse skeleton, Tyler. What the fuck is this thing? Sorry, I'm getting this image for later. Okay, I have procured the image for later. Jackie, we can't do this. We can't We can't do this. Jackie's favorite joke is when people say TY for thank you to say it's Tyler. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Ainsley, Tyler's girlfriend, for finding the image for us. You're not right. You're wrong, and I will die on this hill. She's sad. Madame Jiri's fucking sad, and like, I don't know what the fuck this character looks like, but I'm just gonna sort of draw what I see in my head. I believe her name is Miss Fleck, which, like, what the fuck is that? But I see her as, like, having this big curly hair and being dressed in, like, a ringmaster's uniform. And I think maybe she has wings? Unclear. And she's like... So she's like, what do you have to say for yourself to Madame Jiri? And Madame Jiri's like, what? Stop. Why are you here? And they have this whole exposition thing where they're like, yes, remember everything that happened before, in the before times, and all the terrible things that you did. And Madame Jiri's like, I didn't do anything. How could I have known? And it's also important at this point to say that on the cast recording that I listened to, Madame Jiri has the wackest French accent that does just go away occasionally and sometimes doesn't sound French at all. Just like a side note, it's not important or anything, I just really wanted to like bring that up briefly. And so we are assuming, we're led to believe in like this exposition scene, that they are talking about events that have transpired, and then I think there's like a dream ballet that puts us back in time to like the beginning of our story. Now, this is, I don't know what Taliesin Yaffe doing an Irish accent sounds like. I watched it, I don't remember it well enough. But it's so, it's like, yes, I am talking like this. Thank you, Jackie. So this is, so this like dream sequence thing that then happens when they're like, ah yes, it all happened here on Coney Island, is bringing me to a little segment I'd like to call Remember? Poto. Remember Phantom of the Opera? So occasionally there are these parallels in Love Never Dies that are very, very clearly, to me, Mr. Andrew Lloyd Webber showcasing to the audience that everybody knows why they're here, and it's because they like Phantom of the Opera, the original. And so this is like, remember Phantom of the Opera? Remember how Phantom of the Opera starts like way, way after the actual story, and then there is this whole sort of backwards, like time moving backwards kind of sequence as the prologue, or excuse me, the what's the thing at the start of a musical? Overture. Well, the overture plays, and like this whole thing happens, and the whole stage is set to look like it was in this prime, the prime of the opera house as the story starts. Overture. Thank you. Oh my God, Brendan. Hi, Brendan. Welcome to hell. Uh. Okay. So this was, yeah, welcome to chaos. Here we go. This was, so I believe, I don't remember what my point was. Um, my point had been that Andrew Lloyd Webber wants to remind us. I'm so glad, Brendan. Thank you for coming to this nightmare. Um, so remember Poto is Andrew Lloyd Webber reminding us. He wrote a good musical. Alright, so that is... That's our opening. Then there's... So there's like a dream sequence, there's like a 2.5 minute musical break that I guess is maybe a dance sequence. I'm not sure. And then we make it to Coney Island in its prime, and there's all these people, and they're singing about, they're singing about being on Coney Island, and just having a grand old time by the sea. They all have hats like this in my head, and they're just having a great time doing some fun stuff, and they sing all about, for so long, they sing about what you can do on Coney Island. Within all of this time when they are singing about things that you can do on Coney Island, they do give us some exposition. The exposition that they give us is about a man, a mysterious man, named Mr. Y. And Mr. Y has built... You eat hot dogs on Coney Island, according to Jill. Here's the thing about Mr. Y is you would think it's Mr. Y, right? Wrong. Mr. Y. Mystery. Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Mystery! It's so stupid! You're right, Jackie. Why not Mr. E? But it's Mr. Y because it's mystery! Anyways, they say... They sing all about this Mr. Y, and like Mr. Y has built this incredible place called Phantasma. I don't know what Phantasma looks like. I'm just gonna say that it looks like this. Like it's got a mask here, and it's like a big Coney Island amusement park. So he's got this big Coney Island amusement park. And Jill, all y'all angry about Mr. Y, we ain't even gotten anywhere yet. I have to speed up. We have to get through this introduction. There's like a full 40 minutes of exposition before we even see Christine, who Christine is in this. Christine Daae, our lovely head empty heroine from the original. So they sing about that, and then we have somebody who is singing a song. So I'm going to take a moment to just say what we're supposed to get from Slice of Heaven by the Sea, which is all these people singing about how great Coney Island is. Is that there is a man named Mr. Y who has opened this amusement park, I believe, called Phantasma on Coney Island, and it has like cropped up really fast, like just like swept through the fucking nation and become like the destination in America, the whole America. I don't know. And like swept up really fast, and like, where did it come from? Who is he? Who is this mysterious man? And of course there's an entire phrase in the song where they talk about how he wears a mask and what's behind the mask. And it's like, I wonder who this could be. I wonder who Mr. Y is. Interesting. I'm sure that it's nothing. I'm sure you don't know who Mr. Y is. Hold on. My brain. It shut off for a second. Yes, the 1920s. I believe this is set in the 1920s because the original was set in the 1910s, and this is canonically 10 years after the events of Phantom of the Opera. So, it would be in the 1920s, somewhere in there. So after all of this fucking nonsense, we move on to Hi Ainsley! Original musicals in 1907? That doesn't sound right. Hold on. Wait, I thought I looked this up last time. I'm Googling. Oh, excuse me, yes. It's 1905 in the prologue, but then it is the 1880s. Fuck, Jackie. God damn it! That's very good! God. So it's the 1880s, so it would have been the 1890s. So I'm wrong on time frame. That makes this even wilder to me. So it's the 1890s, one would assume. Like 1891, 1892. And we're on Coney Island. So, thank you for the correction there, Tyler. After they sing about Coney Island, we go to one of the attractions in Phantasma, which is I'm looking at this. Yeah. So we go and we zoom in on like this musical act, but it's also kind of like a burlesque act, but like kind of just like a little bit kind of just like the implication is that it's sort of trashy. And somebody is singing, and she's singing about how everything she does. Hold on, I have to design her. Everything she does is for one man, the boss. Wait, I'm gonna fucking... No. Burlesque, Jackie, I'm sorry, I will clarify. I don't think that burlesque is trashy. I'm saying the implication in the way that this musical is written is that what she's doing is kind of trashy. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that it's like cool. I think it's problematic. So thank you for having me like clarify that. I don't think that burlesque is trashy. I just think that the implication in the like written libretto of this is that it's sort of trashy. Now I could be reading that wrong, but it's Andrew Lloyd Webber. Jackie, please. Yeah, everything that you're saying is true. So this girl is but no, yeah, it's this whole storyline is, I believe, meant to read as kind of like scandalous and beneath like our hero, the Phantom's like beneath his station and blah blah blah, and it's really fucked up. What would she wear? I'm gonna say she's got like a lead. Man, I don't fucking know. What the fuck she wear? I can't get caught up on designing. I have to move on. We have to get going. So she's singing about, oh, it's only for him, it's only for him, everything I do is only for you, only for him. And who do we find out this is? We find out this is Meg. Meg Jiri, daughter of Madame Jiri, came across the pond with her mother to start a life here in on fucking Coney Island, doing a cute burlesque routine. And who is she singing about, I wonder? She's singing about the boss. Oh, God, Tyler, you can't. She's singing about, yeah, our Mr. Y. Who's the Mr. Y? You know, who could he be? We don't know who he is. Well, now we're gonna find out who he is. So she has this whole song about that she likes, she fucking really wants Mr. Y to notice her. And then her mom comes. Okay, this is weird. Tyler, who has seen this musical, might be able to give me a little bit of context for this. But after her, notice me, senpai, absolutely. After her performance, she's talking to her mom, and her mom is like, "You did a great job. I'm so proud of you. You've progressed so much." She said, Madame Jiri says the word progressed a lot in this musical, but the way she says it is progressed. And it's so much. Just hearing her chew on the word progressed. Um, so Madame Jiri comes and she's talking to Meg, and she says, "Oh, your performance was incredible. I'm sure that if Mr. Y was watching, then he certainly loved it, and I'm sure that he will recognize you and you know, see how far you've come and how much you've done for him, and da 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 da." And then she just like hard turn, really like about face to a seemingly unrelated phrase of, "Oh, there's a man named Mr. Thompson who was looking at you. You have an admirer from your show." And Meg goes, "Is he important?" And that's the last thing she says, and then there's a long musical break. I believe the implication that we're supposed to have here is that she's gonna go and like seduce this guy in order to get money for Phantasma, the like, to get funding. I think that's the implication there. I don't. Is he important is like such a fucking wild thing. So I think, and I will take notes from the. I'll take notes from the fucking. You know what? I'm gonna check the synopsis also. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Synopsis. Okay, so it is burlesque. It's a headlining burlesque performance in Phantasma. Da 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 da. Business manager, choreographer for the show. Meg prepares her for a performance as the Ooh La La girl. Madame Jiri informs Meg that she has arranged for her to meet an important client, suggesting that Meg has been covertly performing sexual favors for key individuals in the interest of political and financial expediency for Phantasma. So yes, I was right. Welcome to maybe, like, okay storytelling for a second there, because I figured that out. Like, I got it. So, like, you know what? I'll give that one to you. I'll give that one to you, Mr. Andrew Lloyd Webber. Maybe okay, like, storytelling for that one, because I intuited that just by listening to it. I love here. Oh no, Kim. Well, don't worry. You know, we haven't gotten to anything really fucking crazy yet. We're about to get into some shit. Like, pretty soon. So... Jackie! The fucking... basics of what we've got so far. Kim, to give like a little summary before we get into things. Also, at this point, it's like 20 minutes into the soundtrack, which I can only guess is like 30 minutes into the musical. Um, opens on Coney Island. We have this confrontation between like a strange sideshow lady, perhaps. Madame Jiri is here. Madame Jiri's sad. Why is Madame Jiri sad? She's thinking about Coney Island, and they talk about Coney Island together. And this lady says, who I believe her name is Miss Fleck, says that Madame Jiri ruined everything, and Madame Jiri is like, how did I? No, I didn't ruin everything. How could I have known what happened? And then we have like a, I bet you're wondering how I got into this situation. And we go back in time to 10 years after the events of Phantom of the Opera. We have a bunch of people singing about Coney Island and how fucking great Coney Island is, and how there's this amazing amusement park. The whole musical's a flashback sequence. No, don't worry, Jill. I'm doing like a little sum up of what we've done so far for Kim. You haven't missed anything. They're singing, they're like, oh, what's up with this place, Phantasma? It's run by the mysterious Mr. Y. Who is Mr. Y? Why does he wear a mask? Wow, I wonder who Mr. Y could be. And then we had a whole conversation about, like, you think it's gonna be Mr. Y like this, but no, it's Mr. Y like this because it's mystery, and we all had a good laugh about that. And then, so they're singing about this is so great, and then we go to this burlesque show. We zoom in on this burlesque show where we see this girl. She's singing about how, whoops, I zoomed in way too far. We have this girl, she's talking about how she performs, and everything she performs is only for you. It's only for Mr. Y. And we find out this is Meg. What is Meg doing here? Why is Meg and Madame Jiri, why are they on Coney Island? Why are they on Coney Island? Well, we'll find out, I guess. We'll find out maybe in the next song. And then after this burlesque performance where she talks about how it's only for Mr. Y that she does all of this, and she just wishes that Mr. Y would notice her, her mother comes, and her mother says, yo, Meg, you did amazing. You did such a great job. I'm so proud of you. I'm sure that Mr. Y will also be proud of you. And also, there was a guy that watched your performance and like really, really had a great time with it. Loved the performance. And he's very important. He would like to meet you. And so I was just reading here that the implication here is that Meg has been doing sexual favors and or seducing rich men in order to get Phantasma, Mr. Y's big, incredible Coney Island attraction funded. Now, I had a moment here where I said, pretty good story, like, okay storytelling. Get that bag, honestly. We're gonna get into some things. So I had a moment where I said, you know what? Like, it's a bit of a show not tell situation with this whole thing, and like, kudos where kudos are due, Mr. Andrew Lloyd Webber. But no, we're just gonna move on to telling everything again. So then we cut to a tower, as I understand it, and in the tower, who's that? Mr. Y. Who's Mr. Y? Could never know. Could never. Who's this man? I've never seen him before. He's in the tower, and he's fucking looking over his Coney Island empire. And Madame Jiri and Meg are coming up. Madame Jiri and Meg are coming up the stairs, and they're gonna talk to him. Okay, whew. One good show not tell, and then tell the rest. Yeah, oh, Jill. Everybody, you don't even know. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Hi, I'm reading the fucking London version synopsis here, and it says that the Phantom sings this song. Wait, I don't think this is the one that, like, I fucking... Yeah, okay. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So there was a version... there was a fucking version in here that it looks like was not the edited Australian version, but in the original West End version, the Phantom did have a fucking Christine Daae automaton, so that's a whole thing that I'm not gonna get into. Because that's not included in the version that I listened to. Wow. Okay. Anyways. I need to recover for a second from that. Wow. Ainsley, is there a movie of this? I'm sorry, what? There's a recorded version? Oh, what he had was a doll with a wedding dress. He had a fucking, like, mannequin that he dressed up like Christine and he put a wedding dress in. Teach a robot to love. Steampunk, it is basically, like, there's a lot of steampunk elements here. Sorry, I'm looking at this. Okay. So they go and they visit the Phantom and he's in his fucking tower. And Sweet Meg just really fucking would love for the Phantom to notice her. And the Phantom is like, yes, of course. You're doing a great job. He's like, yeah. He's like, yes, Meg, that's all very well and good. You're doing a great job. I'm very proud of you. And Madame Jiri gets really mad. She's like, and And she gets really mad at him and she's like, yo, I'm gonna drop a bunch of exposition backstory right here. I'm gonna sing a whole song that actually kind of slaps. All the boys did indeed come to the yard for Meg. Madame Jiri's gonna sing a song about how she's mad at the Phantom, and he's like, yo, what? Wait, me? Stop that. He's like, me? So, this shit's fucked up to me. They argue a lot. And she's like, yo, how can you just keep singing and pining away about Christine after 10 years? She was never there for you. Who was there for you? Me and Meg were there for you. We were there for you. We smuggled you out of Paris after the events of Phantom of the Opera. We smuggled you out of Paris. We brought you to the United States. And that's all. So that's like good. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. Like, I'm with you. You helped him get out. You helped him get out of Paris when he was on the run from the cops. Just a side note, just a minor little like aside, just a reminder. He was on the run from the cops because he killed 2 people and partially burnt down an opera house. Okay. So she was like, when you were on the run, who was there? We were there for you. We brought you to the US. Now, all that, sure. Like, okay, Madame Jiri, like, you got me. You're not wrong. Tyler is not wrong. Remember those events from the hit musical Phantom of the Opera is exactly what's happening. And then she goes. She says, who was standing by when you were sold into the sideshow? Again? Madame Jiri, you fucking took him out of the human zoo when he was a baby, and then you got him to the United States, you go to Coney Island, it's just like, oh, well. Oh, man, it's out of my fucking hands, I guess. What the fuck? What the fuck? And, like, apparently after that, like, he was part of the sideshow, and then they, like, toiled away and worked with him to buy the sideshow, and now he owns the sideshow. And it's like, sure, whatever, now he's like this big, but what the fuck? What do you mean you just... How did you just let him get picked up by the fucking... What? You've been through this before! What the... You've been through this before. You've been through this before, Madame Jiri. So she's like, yeah, when that all happened, and the completely predictable thing that we could have prevented happened, who was there for you? Not Christine. Me and Meg were there. Me and Meg were standing by. Standing by. Oof. Okay. That gets me heated. What the fuck? Really bad at your job. Yeah, the Phantom continues to be an insult. But Madame Jiri was bad at her job. Even the Phantom's not consistent because he's not as much of a fucking incel in this one. The thing is that they definitely tried to make Phantom, like, redeemable. And by redeemable, I mean they basically just completely ignored the fact that he, again, killed 2 people. We will get there. Oh no. Okay, what's up next? He's not really hot. That's the whole thing. Okay, we can't get into it. We can't get into it. We're not there yet. Whew, okay. I'm starting to get heated. I gotta take off this sweatshirt. So now, we're a fucking hour and 10 minutes into the stream. We're 30 minutes, maybe, question mark, into the musical. And now Meg arrives. Meg arrives on a boat. I'm gonna draw her in a big hat. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Wow. Yeah, Christine. I'm sorry. Christine arrives. Let's just take that again. 30 minutes into the musical. Christine, our heroine from the original. I can't believe that I've drawn Jackie. Give her little hippies. Jackie, listen. I can make her fat. Hold on. The pressure! She's on this boat. She's got a kid. He seems nice. Excuse me as I go silent while I design characters on the fly. I bet that he's got those little shorts. You know, those little shorts that boys wore. His mother's taking him to see the sail ships because he's been good. He's been a good little boy. And then we've got Raoul back here. Now Raoul, one of my biggest gripes. It ain't so bad being a little guy. Should I do, one day I'll do a Scout Explains Columbo, one of these streams. We got Christine, and we got her son, and we got Raoul. Now my poor guy Raoul, they really did him dirty with this one. I'm glad you enjoy it, Kim. So Raoul, if you remember from the original Phantom of the Opera, was just a sweet, rich man, just a sweet himbo, very, very stupid, but like we love him for it. Now, they ruined him. They said the only way we can make events that have not yet been expressed make sense is if we ruin Raoul. Look how they massacred my boy. I am a Raoul apologist. I really liked Raoul in the original. I think he's just a nice, dumb man, and I would like to see him thrive. But instead of thriving, what we have is alcoholism and gambling debts. So they arrive on the scene. Da, 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 da. There could have been a reason, but there's not really a reason. It's just that he gambled too much and he got fucking sad. Here's the things that I have big issues with immediately with this characterization of Raoul. 1, he wouldn't fucking hate his kid. He wouldn't hate his kid. Raoul's a sweet man, love in his heart, head empty, heart full. He would love his child, but instead he's like, what the fuck is up with this Gustav kid? Fuck off. Secondly, they don't even do a good job of making him an asshole, because in this introductory scene, he's supposed to be like so fucking like, this place is the worst, this place is I fucking hate this, why would anybody ever come here, and blah 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 blah, and just like big party pooper. But for the most part, he's like, the paparazzi, so they get off the boat and the paparazzi are fucking hounding them. The paparazzi are everywhere and they're like, Christine Daae, can you give us a song? What are you gonna be performing? Christine Daae. And they're flashing their fucking cameras. And it's something that seems like it would be, like, if I were in that situation, I would be really fucking overwhelmed and I would hate it. And Raoul is like, stop that. Stop taking pictures of my wife. Please do not take pictures of my wife. Do not take pictures of my son. Except he never says my son. He always calls him the boy, and it pisses me off. He would love his son. So they're trying to use this situation to set up like, oh, fucking Raoul, he hates fun. He doesn't want anybody to see his wife? What's up? It's like, no, he's trying to protect her from the paparazzi because they're being predatory and gross. And then he gets mad because let me read this here. God, I fucking hate. Noted fun lover, the Phantom. So they are greeted then, we get a little bit more exposition. There's this exposition that Christine has come to sing on Coney Island. She was invited by Mr. Y. Who could Mr. Y be? Christine doesn't know. Raoul doesn't know. Gustav certainly doesn't know. Who knows? She was invited, and they've come to do this even though I believe Christine is retired. I don't know if she's retired, but she, like, hasn't sung in a long time. She has this kid, he's 10 years old. Um, Sorry, I was catching up on chat. Brain, I have to stay focused. Stay focused, Scout. They do this. They do this. Exposition. Exposition is that they have come here to do this aria. She's going to sing an aria that was written for her by Mr. Y. Who the fuck is Mr. Y? She doesn't know. Who knows? Who's Mr. Y? And she has taken this gig because they are being paid an exorbitant amount of money. Like an absurd amount of money to do this. And they need that money to pay off Raoul's gambling debts because apparently Raoul has a gambling problem. Poor Raoul. My sweet boy. It's not... Why did they do this to you? So they're getting hounded by the paparazzi. There's fucking... They get... I saw the title of a song that's coming up, and boy oh boy. Okay. Crowds of paparazzi. Okay, so they're greeted by fucking people from the sideshow that are like, I don't know why the fuck these characters are even in the show, because they don't really show up that much and they don't seem to have any reason for being here other than to like aid, I guess, like the spooky circus vibe. Their names are Gangle, Fleck, and Squelch. They're bad names. They're bad names. Anyways, they're these sideshow folks, and they, call them like a freak show. Oh, the freaks are here. Blah. And they come... So they come and they come in a fucking car. A horseless carriage. They come in a car and they're like, yo, get in, losers. We're going back to Mr. Y's place. And Raoul throws this big fit and he's like, how could he send his cronies to pick us up instead of just sending a regular ass escort? And it's supposed to be really, like, showing what a terrible guy Raoul is. And like how he fucking hates fun. And even Christine is like, I'm sure they didn't mean anything by it, but it's like, listen, if I was in that situation and I was being paid a lot of money to come do a favor, basically, for a guy, I came all the way across the fucking... He's valid, exactly! I came all the way across the fucking ocean, and I'm supposed to be greeted and taken to my hotel, and our fucking host makes it into a weird publicity stunt. Like, yes, King, you're right. You're right. You should be mad. And Christine's like, no, they didn't mean anything by it. I wish we wouldn't fight. Please don't drink anymore. Take a sip of water. Apparently there's like a Oscar Hammerstein an Oscar Hammer. God, Ainsley, you can't just say my turn. You can't say my terms in front of me, in front of my salad. We can't do this. We can't get into Monster of the Week and how much I love my OCs. Sorry, I'm trying to read the summary a little bit more here. So through this whole thing, the only thing that is really truly like an upsetting thing that Raul does outside of his drinking problem, which is like a whole other thing that I guess we'll get to later, is that he doesn't want to play with Gustav, and he's like, Gustav, go away, stop that racket. Like, I don't want to play with the boy. I don't want to play with the boy. The boy wants to play with me. And again, I will say, this is not in character for Raul. He would love his child, and I will die on this fucking hill. He would love his child, and this is stupid. And then Christine sings a song to Gustav, because Gustav is like, Mother, why doesn't Dad love me? Which is really fucked up. And Christine sings this song, and she's like, how do I do it? She says, this boy, now the thing is, a momentary aside, Gustav deserves better. Gustav deserves fucking better. Gustav's 10 years old, he's doing his fucking best out here, and is like genuinely a really pure and sweet child. And Raul goes to the bar. Christine sings fucking song to her son about how you have to look with your heart and not with your eyes. And see love. Oh, excuse me. And you see love through your heart and not through your eyes. So, we sing this song. I wanted to just take a brief moment to cover a specific lyric in this song. I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't remember it exactly. But the basis of this lyric is fucking, sometimes you misunderstand a love that somebody has, and you reject it, and then you regret that you rejected it because it was misunderstood. Gee, I wonder who that could be about. I'm sure it won't come up again. I think that's a fucked up lyric, is all I'm saying. In like, you don't owe anybody the acknowledgement of their love if they're being a fucking piece of shit to you and not expressing themselves in a healthy way. And that's what this is getting at, is this whole thing about that, like, yeah, exactly. Jackie in the chat, I was so wrong to reject the man who groomed me from childhood and pretended to be my dad. Yeah! I'm gonna take a brief pee break here. I'm gonna take a pee break because I have to not need to pee for what's coming. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Get a drink of water, get a stretch, take a walk around. Be back in like 3 minutes probably. Hi, I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the brief Zelda cameo. She was here momentarily. Um, Jill, you're not ready. I appreciate your enthusiasm. I appreciate what you think. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Okay, 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 okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Everything's fine. Everything's great. I have water. Just a heads up, I think I'm probably going to cut this stream at intermission. I hate to keep doing these in 2 parts, but I simply can't make my brain work for like 3.5 to 4 hours as I break all this down. But I'm gonna get to intermission, and the most important thing is coming up. Okay, let's go. Oh no. Okay. Okay, let's fucking go. So she says that Christine sings about da da da, fucking look with your heart, not with your eyes. And she puts Gustav to bed. Gustav goes to bed. She's vibing. So she's fucking out. She's out on the balcony. She's vibing. Thinking. Contemplative. Who's that? Behind her? You guessed it. Oh shit, here comes that boy. But who was Mr. Y? It's the Phantom. The Phantom's been Mr. Y this whole time. Very good, Jackie. Yeah, Phantom's Mr. Y. We did it. We did it, Reddit. And she's like, what the fuck? I thought you were dead, homie. And according to this summary here, she faints, and he carries her over to a chair, and then she awakens. Hold on. I have to prepare myself again for what's coming. Okay. Okay. Get some fucking... So, he comes, she's like, what the fuck, homie? I thought you were dead. What's all this about? I thought you were dead. And they go into a song, a 7-minute song. Hold on, I'm gonna draw. I want some visuals here. I'm just gonna go, we gotta get the fuck into it. They go into a 7-minute song about the night before Christine's wedding to Raoul. Painfully the best song in the show. Tyler's right. They go into this duet about the night before the wedding, when Christine went to visit him as he was in hiding after the events of the musical, the original. Jill? Funny you should say that. This is a song about how 10 years ago they fucked! They fucked 10 years ago! Like, it's not a fucking hot plot line. It just makes me so upset. And what's even... Excuse me, I'm yawning. This is, like, exhausting me just looking at this. What's... Kim, they fucked. 10 years ago, on the eve of Christine and Raoul's wedding, she went and visited the Phantom and they fucked. You can't... And they have this whole song, and the worst fucking part is that this song is... Without the context, I think this song that they sing here is really hot, and it makes me mad. It makes me mad. It makes me mad. The song is good. It's hot. It's a good song. I'm gonna go ahead, you know what? Let's fucking do this. If I get DMCA'd, that's fine. Looks like my music stopped anyways. Okay. Let's play this song.